welcome to another edition of KatSoup, the best of internet humor on the radio. I'm Kat.
And I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Kat.
How
Hi,
are
Kat.
You got really close there for a minute.
I know. More than I had a right to. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Social distancing, I guess, is over for you? That's fine.
I thought you were going to say something else.
You never know what
Social
I'm going to...
dysfunction.
Oh,
What were you going to say?
Well, it's good to see you.
Good to
Haven't
see you,
seen
too.
you for a whole week.
It's been a while. You look.
It's been a week.
You look
no,
refreshed.
it's been 2 weeks because I missed last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, life happens. Things happen.
I was having an existential crisis last week.
Oh.
No, I just was
No.
tired.
You were fine.
I had other things going on.
She did.
So, you want to see something cute?
Yeah.
Okay, so I stop at Dunkin' on my way here. So I got my latte.
Okay, right.
And then I ordered a donut. And it came in this.
They put one donut in there.
One donut. Is that cute?
What did they used to do? Give you like a little...
A bag. Just a regular bag. But look at that.
And what was her reaction?
Look at that. Is that a... Well, she handed it to me and I went, oh, that's adorable. And she went...
Rolled her eyes.
She's probably like, okay, I've heard this too many times. I don't want to use the donut bags. But yeah, so I can't throw it away.
I like it.
So I got to figure out something to do with it.
Well, like a pot or something, a potted plant.
Yeah, I'm
put in
thinking
there,
a
something
plant
like that.
or something. It'll be a decorative, because it actually kind of matches one room in my house.
Hey, you can have it like a little prop in there or something like that. That's cute.
Yeah. So.
You know, when she rolled her eyes, that reminds me. I was at a Mexican restaurant a long time ago, and they came out and, sing happy birthday like you did.
Yeah.
Like they do. And they were like going through the motions, clapping happy birthday. And they were really not into it. So when they were done, I said, one more time.
Oh.
And the lady server, she looked at me. She goes, whatever. They walked away. Boy. Oh, boy. So much for customer service nowadays.
I know. So I love my donuts.
You do.
What's your favorite donut? Do you eat donuts?
Yeah. You know, when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I usually get their coffee because I really like their coffee a lot.
Yeah.
And did you ever get their matcha? You have a matcha?
I don't like.
Oh, you don't like
chai,
matcha?
but I'm not much for matcha.
Is it because it's kind of like earthy taste? Like the.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
I don't really usually get their donuts all the time, but if I do get a donut, I like a lot of donuts. My favorite is custard. Like a cream-filled custard type.
Like a Boston cream.
Yeah, I love that.
I like the old-fashioned sour cream ones. That's what was in the
my
cute little
first
bag.
one.
That was a cute little bag.
When I go to their competitor, I always get the ones that you just said. I always call it sour. What's it called?
Sour cream.
I always say sourdough, and they're like sour cream. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Love them.
Well, we're lucky we don't live in Texas.
Why? What's going on there?
In Texas, they're putting this label on things.
Food?
The story is Doritos, Cheetos, M&Ms, and other popular snacks will soon have warning labels in Texas.
Really?
And the warning label says, not recommended for human consumption.
Really?
Yeah, I guess in Australia, Canada, European Union, United Kingdom, they already do that on snack foods. And so Texas has decided that they must be an annex of Australia or something.
Because of dyes and stuff? Or
dyes and processing. And,
really?
Yeah. So the legislature just approved it.
Okay.
And I think it still has to go through some more things, but it'll be on any processed snack, baked good, drinks, or other food.
Do you think that'll make a difference between, with somebody actually eating it? They'll look at the bag. It's like cigarettes, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, will they not eat it, or will they just try to make all this stuff without? I don't know how you do that.
I don't know.
There's still going to be sugar. I mean, you can make it not with colorings and stuff, but
they're not selling as much as they used to. I was over at Meijer.
Yeah.
Or Meijer, as some of my friends say, and it doesn't look like it's like the ice cream section, but not the ice cream section, but the snacks. There's not that many people buying it like they used to.
The cookie section is really small. I noticed that when I was there.
Why is that? The expense?
And we're trying not to die here in America. I don't know.
I'm
not sure.
That, yeah.
But they're going to take away my Red Bull too. Red Bull, Mountain Dew, Kool-Aid, Gatorade.
Well, they're going to put that warning on it, right? They're not going to take it away. They're just going to put that warning on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
but some of them are like what? Cheetos and stuff like that?
Cheetos, gummies, ice cream, popsicles, toast, Pop-Tarts. They're going to have to label the Pop-Tarts as being not recommended for human consumption. Packaged breads, breakfast cereals.
Everything we
meat and
eat.
cheese. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I thought it was interesting.
Processed meats and cheeses. What's going?
That would be our whole diet. Yeah.
Do they put food coloring in meat?
I don't.
Do you think?
I don't want to know that if they do. I've never thought so, but.
Huh.
Oh. Anyway.
Oh. Well.
Thought that was interesting. Yeah, that
was really depressing.
Okay. Well, here, this will cheer you up.
No, it wasn't. It was informative. We're here to inform.
Okay. So, state lawmakers in Ohio have been working on a decades-long push to make the walleye Ohio's state fish. And they're spending money to try to do that. And
Why walleye? What happened to sheep's head?
Why a fish? Why? Why do we have to have a state fish?
I don't even eat fish. Do you eat fish?
No, I don't eat fish. I don't eat meat.
We're so alike.
Fish. I know, we really are. Like brother and sister.
Have you ever eaten a fish stick?
When I was a kid, probably,
Me too.
But not for a long time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like tartar sauce, though. Tartar.
So I love this description.
Walleye is great.
Walleye is great to eat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
John off to the side there.
Yeah, that was John.
That was John.
So the idea, advanced with bipartisan support, is that the toothy olive gold fish, deserves to be on the Ohio list of official state symbols along with the buckeye, which is the tree, the white-tailed deer, the state animal, and the ladybug, the state insect.
I didn't know we had.
I guess if we can have a state insect, we can have a state fish.
I thought it was a gnat.
A gnat, you'd think so. Or what do they call them in Cleveland? Midge.
Yeah, boy,
midges,
they really invade.
When I was up there last weekend, they're all stuck to the sides of all the buildings.
How do they? They're
disgusting.
Do they die and just fall off?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I
never paid attention to science in school.
Disgusting.
I don't know.
You didn't. Oh, I remember the cicadas a few years ago, and then you'd see the cicada shells all over the ground. Like they were so thick, you had to shovel them away and stuff.
Where did you live?
In Stowe.
Everybody has a shovel in Stowe to shovel the cicadas.
I remember in Stowe, and Joe was a baby, and I would have him in the stroller, and I'd take him on walks all the time. And then one day I was like, I can't do that because we can't get through the cicada carcasses.
You have a lot of wildlife by your house, don't you?
I do, because I live near the park.
Yeah, you see deer and all kinds of...
And they ate my hostas. I have these beautiful hostas, and we've been working on them for years, my son and I, and they're huge, and they're beautiful and lush and green, and my whole front area is done with those. I went out the other day, and they're all stumps. The deer got to them.
Can you shoot the deer?
No.
Oh,
I'd like to. What I did to save the ones that they hadn't eaten yet, I sprinkled cayenne pepper on them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Does that work?
They came and ate them. Apparently not. They thought it was salad dressing. So.
You need to sprinkle Kool-Aid on them. Like grape Kool-Aid.
Yes, that keeps the ducks. So I don't know if that works on deer. There is a spray thing that you can buy called Deer Off, but I had run out of that.
I thought you were going to say mace.
Mace? No, I'm going to mace. Here, can you hold still, deer, while you're chomping on that hoss?
While you're charging at me? You know, deer can get pretty violent, I think.
Can they?
Yeah, they can jump on you and with their hooves, they can just they can pummel you to death if they're mad enough.
That's nice to know.
Yeah, I knew a person like that once.
Was she a deer?
That was a he.
Oh, was he a deer?
No, he wasn't a deer. Was he a deer? What's a male deer called?
A deer. Are we going to get into this again? Oh, no.
I know a lady deer is a doe. I don't know what a male deer. A buck.
A buck. That's right.
A buck. Yeah, he was. Yeah. A buck. A deer. Male deer.
So it's been a weird week for news.
Ray, a drop of golden sun. Okay, go ahead.
Do we have to sing the whole song? No. No.
That's what it reminded me of. I don't know why.
Yeah, kind of.
Sorry, Kat. You were saying.
So I don't know where was this?
About bad breath.
It's the open. No. This was
body odor.
Yes, this was tennis players. The headline is Louise Boson broke her silence on the odor-related controversy involving British player Harriet Dart. And this took place at the Rowan Open in April.
Okay.
And she's finally talking about it.
Yeah.
Can you ask her to put on deodorant? She smells really bad, Harriet told the umpire about her opponent.
Oh, so the British player was complaining about the... Oh, they were both British, or...
It doesn't say. It says that one is British. But yeah,
that's a bad smell.
She could smell the girl from across the net. How bad do you have to smell?
And, these deodorants that they sell today, body deodorants and stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, do they work? Have you ever used one of those?
Yeah.
I've never used one.
And they smell good. They have different flavors than you get.
Oh,
because like Secret comes in like lavender and stuff.
A body spray.
Yeah, well, just the regular deodorant. And then Lumi is the brand
that
I bought.
I've heard that.
And it's like cucumber watermelon. And
that sounds good.
Yeah, and cherry something or other.
They should sponsor that woman.
They should.
So is that bad that she can smell? I mean, when you're playing tennis, you're pretty far away from your opponent, aren't you?
I hope so.
That must have been really...
Or they both charged the net and maybe she got a whiff of her. I don't know.
That's awful.
They didn't do anything.
Do you think that is I'm going to get into different territory now. Is that what do you call it? Like in different countries, do they
cultural?
not use? Is that a cultural thing? Do you think?
When I was in high school, we had an exchange student come over, and no, she did not bathe or use deodorant.
What country was she from?
She was from France.
Okay,
and,
France.
Yeah, and there's not a lot. I guess there's water problems in the rural areas, so you don't have access. Yeah, my mom about lost her mind about it.
But they don't think anything. She didn't think anything
and she
of
just
it?
kept putting more perfume on top, so she smelled like body odor with this perfume on top.
That was just normal for her, probably.
And we talked to the other exchange students' parents, and they were all like, "Yeah, we can't get them to take a shower."
So. We had a person in our class that really smelled a lot with BO and stuff, but he was from Mansfield. He wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The French section of Mansfield.
The French Quarter.
The French Quarter.
He was from the French Quarter in Mansfield. Didn't smell that great. Yeah. And I think it was because he was on some type of medication. I think so. That could affect it. See, that woman could have been on medication
She could have. This could be discriminatory.
Not all French stink. Well, that's my whole assessment of that. But,
okay.
I mean, she could have been on medication.
She could have been.
My gosh.
She could have just been really, sweaty from the match.
Did it say that they stopped the match?
No,
or
they didn't.
They continued on?
She complained, and I guess it caused a little uproar during the game, and the umpire was just like,
I can't smell anything.
Can't do anything about this. Go play.
He had a nose clip on. He had a...
Yeah.
What do you call it? Clothespin on his nose. Can you imagine playing with like a Pepe Le Pew? I just couldn't. That would irritate me.
If you're concentrating on the game and hitting the ball, would you really pay that much attention to how your opponent smelled?
If you're a professional, you go through you know that by being a professional broadcaster. If something happens, you just continue on.
Yes, Alex, I do know that.
Things will happen. You'll come in contact with people.
Things do happen. Yeah, I come in contact with some people.
Things have happened here, and you just continued on in the background. Things fall over, fires, everything. Yeah. You just continue
Alarms went off.
Alarms,
one day. Yeah. You just go
Me
on.
Me poking you, cat, and you continue on.
I do.
Well, you're a trooper. That's good. You are a professional. I love that.
Okay, sure.
I'm done.
If you say so.
I'm done. You are.
In a perfect world, we would have both stayed in broadcasting full time and been, anchors of
the money wasn't
NBC.
there.
No,
was just not there.
No.
Now we get paid a lot, which is great.
So much. All the Dunkin' Donuts I can buy for myself in the morning on the way here.
Wow, they ought to give it to you for free for giving them a plug.
You're in that Dunkin' local.
We even showed your bag.
We did, so. Yeah,
it's not every day you show a bag.
Whatever.
Like that.
Yeah. What else?
Does that mean?
What else should we talk about today?
Let's talk about something really exciting. How about, I don't know, what's our next on monkeys?
Well, not just monkeys, baboons.
A baboon is larger than a monkey. It's in the monkey.
It looks like it. We have a picture that you can put on YouTube.
Yeah, it's cute, kind of. He kind of looks like Barry Gibb.
He does look like Barry Gibb
in the picture.
Yeah, whenever he sings.
Looks like Barry Gibb. Ha 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 ha. Can I? Yeah.
So the headline on this is here are some illuminating scientific discoveries from the week to help you live better and maybe even see new regions of the cosmos.
Oh.
And then it's a story about baboons.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So baboons have friends and they like to walk together.
We all do. Well, I'm not a baboon.
Do you have friends that are baboons, though?
Yes. I need new friends. They all live at the zoo. But anyways.
Someone was asking me about the Akron Zoo. It came up when I was in Cleveland, and
it's a nice little zoo.
It's a wonderful zoo. I just thought everybody knew it was a wonderful zoo. But yeah, we are very fortunate.
I want to go back.
You can go any time.
Yeah.
You don't live very far from it, do you?
No. And, one year when I first moved back to Akron, a tiger escaped. I'll never forget that. And they caught it. Yeah. And then they made the fence larger around. Yeah. It was a big thing. I'm like, I didn't know we had a zoo. I forgot we had a zoo. But they had the walls even higher so that the people around could not get into the zoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it worked out really, really well.
Well, there's always those stories about, some parent not watching their kid.
Yeah.
And the kid wants to go play with the fluffy stuffed animal, lion or whatever. And they fall into the thing, or even humans are trying to take the picture and they're leaning over.
Yeah, the selfie. We should do a story about all the people who died doing selfies. I mean, there's a lot of people.
There's a happy theme for a show.
Like Grand Canyon is a good example. You always see people falling off the ledge because they're doing a selfie of themselves. These are not really smart people, but it's really funny when you think about it.
You think it's funny?
No, it's not.
I'll see if I can find some statistics.
Okay.
And we can talk about it. Anyway, the thing with baboons. So scientists have seen them. They walk in groups. But they started studying it, and they figured out that it's all about ranking. So the most powerful leader of the group walks in the middle of the pack.
Is that a lady baboon or is it a male baboon?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I'm hoping they're more evolved, that they have equal leadership. But yeah, and then the front of the pack and the end of the pack have the loser baboons.
The loser.
The lesser. Yeah. But it says high-ranking baboons are in the middle of the procession, less socially connected ones.
I wonder if
losers.
Do they talk to each other then, or communicate to each other?
You ask me so many questions that are not in any of the materials that I've sourced.
Well, that's just bad reporting on this thing.
Lie. Yes, Alex, they talk to each other.
It's kind of like people too. When you go to a certain event, people go together. In our culture, like you always, have the ladies out front or whatever. As a polite thing. Yeah. When you travel in groups.
But you think of a leader being out front.
Yeah.
Right. If they're going to lead the pack of whatever.
That's interesting.
But this is, I don't know.
And they're in the middle.
It could be for protection. I'm not sure. It doesn't really say.
I bet it's for protection, kind of like.
Yeah.
Because, if anything, if anything happens to that Barry Gibb haircut, we should put that on the. Looks exactly like Barry Gibb. That's me. With the tail.
One of my favorite bits from Jimmy Fallon is when he and
Justin
Timberlake do the Barry Gibb talk show.
That's hilarious.
They nail it.
I love that.
They nail it.
Yeah. I love how they go like that.
Those are two talented guys.
They really are. Everybody loves the Bee Gees too. It's a good topic to crack up. Unfortunately, I think he's the only one left, isn't he? Barry.
I think so. I'll have to look that up. You know who we lost this week, though?
Who? Maybe I forgot.
From the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson, yeah. That's sad.
I mean, he was 82, so, he lived a long life.
Yeah, but still,
And he had lots of problems. It was sad because I actually thought he was already dead.
Oh, no.
I thought he committed suicide. Because, here, let's go on this tangent. There's a song by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah.
And it's lying in bed just like Barry Wilson did. And I thought
What's that mean?
I don't know. He was talking about, and the guy's suicidal when he's singing the song.
I don't think I've ever heard that song. I've heard If I Had $1 Million, I like that song.
Have you heard You Can Be My Yoko Ono?
Yeah. What?
With the Yoko Ono impression in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have my whole
She's a good painter,
Bare Naked
though.
Ladies.
Yoko's a great painter.
Is she?
Yeah. At the Oberlin Museum, all her paintings, there's a gallery of her paintings. She's a really good painter. Not so much of a singer. I don't think she's a good singer. Not to be mean.
Yeah. Why in Oberlin?
She's got a connection to that museum somehow. But they're beautiful paintings. Just beautiful.
Are they realists or are they...
abstract.
Yeah, I would think so.
And
well, she's a little abstract. Come on.
Good judging, Kat. Gosh. I would think so.
She's found her lane. Let's just say that.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If we had a bunch of monkeys here and baboons, you'd be in the middle.
You think?
Yes. That's a compliment.
Okay. If I were a baboon, I'd be in the middle.
I'd be on the outside.
That's the nicest thing anyone has said to me today, Alex.
Well, I'm
going to tell my boss that when I go to work today.
Yeah. I'd be like on the end.
You think?
Yeah.
I think you'd be like right next to me asking me questions during the entire walk. What's that? Where's that? Can I go there? How much does it cost to go there? What do you think about that?
I'd have a camera with me.
Do you know who that is? Do you know if she has a job?
Why's that baboon holding a camera? It's the one with the Nikon.
Hey, you took some good pictures this week.
I did?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you took it this week, but the Akron Police Department is using one of your photos.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's a
They pulled that out from 2014
it's a wild photo.
or something, or 18.
It's a crazy looking photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never considered
it's like through the bridge. How did you take that photo?
Yeah, through the bridge.
Yeah.
It was a test shot.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that a police car was coming, and I just took the shot and didn't think of it. I went home and I thought, this is a really nice photo.
Yeah.
And then somebody from the police department called me when I posted it.
And
so we really like that photo.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they're using it on their website or their Facebook page or
all of it.
Oh, that is so cool.
Thanks.
But you always post interesting things.
I try to.
You just walk around and you take pictures of stuff that I would never think to take a picture of.
Well, I'm going to the Akron Zoo this weekend. I'm going to take a picture of a baboon.
Are you? I hope they have baboons there.
Well, if they don't, I want my money back.
Or I could go with you and dress up as one.
Well, I've got friends who, you don't have to do that. I've got friends who would emulate that. For Halloween, we should be like a zookeeper. That would be funny, like zookeepers with the net and stuff.
Just randomly zookeepers.
The zoo, yeah.
Are we going to have a zoo animal with us?
I have one of my friends as a baboon. He could walk along with us. That'd be fun. Don't feed him.
I think for Halloween we should dress up as Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Oh, that is really good.
Because we could both totally rock that.
I think. See, I was going to say Tammy Faye and Jim Baker.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
What would you be? I would be who's a little bit country and rock and roll, would you say? You're rock and roll.
I kind of, when I was young, I kind of looked like Marie Osmond.
Oh, yeah.
And
Paper Roses.
Paper Roses. And, yeah. And I kind of had the haircut.
And I could sing Puppy Love.
You could sing Puppy Love and wear purple socks. That was his big thing that he wore.
I have purple socks.
Do you?
Yeah.
All my socks are the same color.
White?
I have white and I have black for winter and white for summer.
You're usually into color. I don't know why you would.
I know. Well, I'm usually into bare feet, so that might be why. But yeah.
Let's not talk fetishes. Okay, go ahead. Let's move on.
Moving on.
That's a real thing, Kat. I think so. Okay. I've heard.
Okay. So I found some of your favorite stuff here.
Okay.
Don't have any signs. Sorry about that. But I did get the classifieds from Morning Brew.
They're funny.
Yeah.
I haven't even read them. I can tell they're funny.
They're funny. Yeah. So, well, look at this one. I thought you'd enjoy this first one about coffee.
What's that say?
Frappfluencer.
Oh, this is the one from Starbucks?
Yeah.
They need a Frappfluencer. Well, that's all one word. Apply to be a global coffee creator for Starbucks and make a career out of debunking TikTok's secret menu items. You can travel the world making content for the coffee company for the next year.
Wow.
I thought they had people doing that already, kind of privately.
The university has a TikTok person. I don't know if we have anybody that's roaming around taking TikTok videos, but I know we put out lots of.
See, I like
posts.
Dunkin' Donuts better than Starbucks. Nothing against Starbucks. I like Dunkin' Donuts.
There goes our sponsorship. Yeah, I like Dunkin' too, and it's a little less expensive. But yeah, so there's going to be this person. So this goes back to people having jobs that are hobbies. The younger folk. We worked in an office. It never occurred to me to take my hobby and try to make it a job, but now we're doing that.
And I heard on TV the other day that talking about TikTok, and they say it's becoming the majority is over 40 years old on TikTok. It's becoming that way.
It's going the way of Facebook.
Yeah.
Because Facebook's for people over 60, right?
Yeah. But now advertisers are advertising more on Facebook because of the older demographic. Yeah. It's just interesting. So where are the young people going to go if they don't go to TikTok, right? They go into something else.